Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about the
What's up, ladies and gents? This is K-Sig Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, we're going to Crota on hard mode, but things don't always go rosy on hard. You know what I mean. You've been there. You've seen all the goofiness, and we're adding a little bit more. Because, again, I don't want people ever thinking that things go perfect every time they watch a video. It doesn't. And you can see even in the beginning here, this was a group of mostly random people, only one person that I really ever raided with before, and then a group of randoms, some 31s, some level 32s, and we obviously had a lot to figure out together as a group in the beginning. The first thing was we didn't have a bubble to begin with. Second was dealing with these knights, and that knight was just super rude coming in, so I figured it was best to just pop my super and take care of him right there to generate some orbs for my teammates. But we're still all alive, and that's what really matters right now. Yeah, the knights really seem to be attracted to the bubble, and they can cause some problems, a lot of problems. But I would rather have the bubble up and deal with jumping over the knights, just calling out left or right, than have to worry about getting shot in the back by the acolytes. So, you know, it's a risk-reward type thing. I think the rewards far outweigh the risks. I'm just taking these guys down a little bit, and, you know, as usual, our teammates are killing them with their supers, just so that we can get orbs for later, because that's always a big thing. Now on this run, I believe we only have one Titan. I can't remember. There were two groups that we were running, and one of them had two Titans, which was really nice. Having two bubbles makes just things so much safer. This one, I think we only had one, and the guy wasn't fully leveled up on the Titan, but he had enough that we could work with. So we're just grouping up over here on the left-hand side. Everybody is comfortable with the middle strategy. So again, go with what people are comfortable with and familiar with. That just makes things easier, especially if you're with randoms. And the sword bearer. This is just the one difficult thing, trying to get the sword bearer where you need him to be. Obviously, I like to stick around over here on the left, so I have more shots on the right-hand side. Whenever the sword bearer is over on the left, though, I am kind of out in no man's land. And I don't want to walk in front of the middle and potentially walk in front of somebody's rocket. That's just not a good idea, so I just stay there. After, it's just putting a little bit of primary ammo on Crota, just so that he looks at us and not the sword wielder. But wow, we have a really impatient rocket user right there. It was not time to go. We did not get the call out from our sword wielder, and two rockets went off. But we still got him down. So again, this is a group of new people together running one of the first times. There are obviously going to be glitches. But we managed to take Crota down twice, and we're still alive, so yeah, awesome. Back over to the left-hand side, and wow, yeah, you gotta watch out for those boomer blasts. Typically, here's a good time to have the Titan have his bubble up, but unfortunately our Titan was the last person in the room, so that really didn't help out anybody. And again, that's what I mean whenever I say, you know, you kind of got to get your timing and strategies all down when you're running with random people, because if you're with a group that you're normally running with, stuff like that won't happen. But again, you just have to laugh, and you know, when you're with random people and good random people, they'll learn. We fixed those problems in the future whenever we took down Crota. Yeah, so it's nothing to get really mad about or upset about. It's just something that happens. Now, something that I learned the other night was, in order to get the sword bearer down to where you want him to be whenever you leave this room after Crota goes back to the middle, we were just putting shots on the glass to kind of aggro the sword bearer over to us in the middle, so he should be underneath. And there's Crota. Whether this ends up working or not, I don't know. The sword bearer did end up coming down in the middle pretty much every time that we were doing this, which was all the time. So I don't think it's a coincidence. I think somehow it probably does work. And now as we're back out to the middle, the sword bearer is down there over to the right. So we can go ahead and put some damage on him and get him down quickly. So you can see why the benefit of shooting the glass is, because he's right there. You don't have to go looking for him, figuring out where he might potentially be after you leave the room, whenever Crota goes back to the middle. So yeah, definitely something I would try in your groups whenever you're doing it. We have the sword again, so again, primary ammo on Crota, and we get the call out. Time to go. Let's shoot. And Crota's down to a knee, so that one was much better. We didn't have the early rockets or anything like that. Much, much better. And second time, ready, go. And now it's time for ogres. So we all are going to the right room underneath the tower and get ogres. Except for not, because our sword wielder did way too much damage on Crota after 2 rounds. Yeah, essentially Enrage started because we did too much damage to Crota. So Oversoul comes, and we wipe, and we lose. So how does that feel to lose because you were doing too good as a group? Again, just some funny stuff that goes on Crota's end. It's a learning experience for everyone, but it's a good time. Get your cruxes. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Good luck with your raids, your drops, and I'll see you around in Destiny.